What if the very thing holding you back feels like the only thing keeping you safe? We create invisible cages for ourselves, not with bars of steel, but with familiar comforts that have long since turned toxic. We mistake the ache of a known pain for the terror of the unknown. And so we remain stuck in the exact patterns that drain our spirit, wondering why we can't seem to break free. What is the hidden mechanism that keeps you locked in place? The answer lies deep within your own psyche. There is a powerful, unconscious force that compels us to repeat the same relational dynamics, even when they cause us profound suffering. It's not a character flaw. It's a psychological echo. You're drawn to what feels familiar, not necessarily what is good for you. We cling to familiar chains, mistaking their weight for security. Think of your emotional energy as a finite resource, a personal reservoir. Every interaction either fills this reservoir or drains it. Now, consider the people in your life. After spending time with certain individuals, do you feel energized and inspired or depleted and heavy? That lingering exhaustion is not a coincidence. It is a direct signal from your inner self, a clear indicator that this connection is costing you your vital life force. Your body and emotions are constantly communicating the truth that your conscious mind might be denying. This energetic drain is one of the clearest signs you are in a relationship that is no longer in alignment. In a healthy dynamic, you feel a sense of ease. You don't feel like you're constantly performing, editing your thoughts, or walking on a psychological tightrope to avoid conflict. You can simply be. The need to contort yourself to fit into someone else's expectations is a silent betrayal of your authentic self. So why would you willingly betray your own essence? The patterns are another telltale sign. Have you noticed you keep ending up in similar situations with different people, feeling undervalued, overlooked, or trapped in the same emotional loops? This repetition is not random. It is a profound lesson from your unconscious, presented to you again and again until you finally choose to learn it. The cycle exists to show you something crucial about your own inner world, a wound that needs acknowledgement, a boundary that needs setting, a fear that needs facing. Then there is the quiet, persistent voice of your intuition, that gut feeling that something is off, even when everything on the surface appears fine. We are quick to rationalize this feeling away. We tell ourselves we're being too sensitive, or we invent logical excuses for the other person's behavior. But this intuition is your psychological immune system. It's your deeper intelligence perceiving a misalignment long before your conscious mind can piece together the evidence. When you ignore this inner guide, what are you ultimately choosing? This brings us to a critical crossroads, the difference between genuine love and fearful attachment. Love is freeing. It encourages growth and celebrates individuality. It says, I choose you, and I trust you to choose me. Attachment, however, is rooted in anxiety. It is constricting, possessive, and born from a fear of loss or abandonment. Attachment whispers, I need you, because without you, I am incomplete. If you find yourself constantly seeking validation, bending your boundaries, or feeling anxious about losing someone, you are likely operating from a place of attachment, not love. You are trying to fill an internal void with an external source. This is where the concept of the shadow self becomes essential. We are often magnetically drawn to people who reflect the disowned, unhealed parts of ourselves, our own hidden fears and unresolved wounds. What unhealed part of you might be calling out through this painful connection? Therefore, the most powerful question you can ask is not, why is this person doing this to me? But rather, what is this situation revealing about me? What old story is being triggered? What unmet need is screaming for attention? What part of my own power have I given away? When you shift your focus inward, everything changes. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the architect of your healing. Letting go is an act of profound courage. It is not a sign of failure, but a declaration of self-respect. It is choosing your own peace over the familiar comfort of your pain. Your ego will resist. It will fill your mind with doubts, and what-ifs. What if they change? What if I'm making a mistake? But the truth is simple. If a relationship consistently diminishes your light, drains your energy, and forces you to abandon yourself, you don't need a better reason to leave. You need the bravery to honor the reason you already have. This principle extends beyond romance to friendships, family ties, and professional environments. Any connection that requires you to shrink, pretend, or justify poor treatment is a connection that is stifling your evolution. The universe, through your own intuition, is constantly guiding you toward growth and authenticity. But you must participate. You must have the courage to choose yourself. What would your life look like if you stopped settling for what drains you? Releasing what no longer serves you creates a sacred emptiness. It may feel terrifying at first, a void where something familiar once lived. But nature abhors a vacuum. That empty space is not an end. It is fertile ground. It is the necessary condition for new people, new opportunities, and a new, more authentic version of you to emerge. You cannot receive what is truly meant for you while your hands are still full of what is not. Think of a forest. The tallest, strongest trees have space around them to grow. They're not choked by deadwood and overgrowth. You, too, need space to reach toward your own light. Letting go is the process of clearing that space. It is an active, daily choice to redirect your energy from a draining past toward a nourishing future. Are you ready to create that space for yourself? This journey is not about blaming others. It is about reclaiming responsibility for your own well-being. It is understanding that you have the power to change the patterns that no longer serve you. The pain of letting go is temporary. The pain of staying stuck in a dynamic that slowly erodes your soul is a lifelong sentence. You deserve relationships that feel like a sanctuary, not a battlefield. You deserve to feel expanded, not diminished. You deserve to be loved for who you are, not for who you are pretending to be. If this message resonates with where you are right now, please know that your feelings are valid and you are not alone in this struggle. This is a shared human experience. I would be honored to hear your story. In the comments below, share one insight you've gained about your own patterns. Your courage to share could be the very thing that helps someone else see their own path more clearly. If this exploration of the inner world has brought you value, please support our community by liking this video and subscribing to Winds of Thought. We are here to help you navigate the winds of your own mind. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message today, please pass it along. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is a moment of clarity.